Welcome to episode 3 of Cautionary Tales from the Red Chair, brought to you by Jake and Sam. This episode was recorded on May 10th, 2013. The sponsor of this episode is Gonorrhea Be Gone. Uh-oh, gonorrhea again? Now introducing Gonorrhea Be Gone. Gonorrhea Be Gone will cure the most troublesome cases of gonorrhea. We have a 48-hour get your bitch back on the curb guarantee. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
When my top bitch came down with gonorrhea, I thought she would be out indefinitely. With Gonorrhea Be Gone, she was back within 48 hours, and I was making more money. Thanks, Gonorrhea Be Gone.
I've been a working girl for 22 years, and they used to call me Faucet. With Gonorrhea Be Gone, I'm all plugged up now.
Look here, I'm a newcomer to this game, and I can't be affording one of my bitches going down. So when they started leaking, I reached for the Gonorrhea Be Gone. It worked in 48 hours. Back on the street, bitches.
Next time your top dollar bitch get the drip, use Gonorrhea Be Gone. And also check out these fine products from Rex Pharmaceuticals. We have the anal dam for when that damn thing don't stop leaking, the backhand lotion to keep that pimp hand silky smooth, and try our new extra strength muscle relaxer. Because did she really say no? Really? Rex Pharmaceuticals. The sex business is the Rex's business. All right, we're starting. Next edition. With the slap. Next edition of Cautionary Tales from the Red Chair.
With Sam Reckner.
Jake Jelinski. So yeah, we just got done with a wildly unsuccessful round of disc golf at the Waite Park course.
I like how you pronounced that, too.
I know.
Disc golf.
Well, I always have to.
Like the whitest person I know.
That's a tendency I have. I always, like, especially if it ends with, like, kind of the same, like, if you go disc golf. What's disc golf? Disco? You play disco?
Well, it's coming back.
Yeah. So it's just like disc golf.
Well, that's like, it's weird how certain people have those stigmas for how things are actually said.
Yeah.
Like, for one of my coworkers actually hates when somebody says often.
Yeah.
Absolutely despises when somebody says often. And when I asked him about it, he was like, well, you don't say the T in a lot of other things. It's just silent. I was like, well, if it's there, why would it be that bad? I mean, I could understand if somebody said often and there wasn't a T in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you'd be like, what the fuck? Why would you say something that's not even there?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Just to have those little, little just drill at you. Because I understand that because I've got plenty of those myself.
Me too.
But the way people say things really isn't one of them.
Yeah, like often. Often? Well, often sounds really stupid to me. It almost sounds ignorant. Like, I do that often. I'm like, I prefer often.
I say often.
Yeah. I guess technically in the dictionary, it's appropriate both ways.
Yeah.
Both pronunciations. So you could really be upset when they talk about it.
I often say often.
Touche.
No, I think it's funny when people have those little, I don't even know what it would be called. I guess it's just the little fucking under your skin
foibles,
type things.
if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, what, fucking 90% of girls I know don't even like the word moist.
Yeah, that's kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand that one myself. Because I like using moist towelettes.
Moist towelettes. Wet ones.
See what happens when I try to pronounce stuff too elegantly?
Towelettes. Yep. The wet ones. That's a brand name. I remember doing a promotion for them down at the Rib Fest in St. Paul on Harriet Island. It was 5 years ago. But the best part is, of course, they're named Wet Ones. Mm-hmm. And we got, because good-looking girls do promotional events.
Oh, yeah.
So managing this group of girls, really good-looking. Of course, it's just like, every fucking dude, hey, you want a wet one? They're like, I'll give you a wet one. They're like, oh, really?
Well, I'm surprised they didn't have a T-shirt that said something like "I've got a wet one" or something.
Yeah. But it's a family event. It's a family event.
Exactly.
We weren't trying to sell the tits and ass overtly, just kind of under the radar with, very attractive girls.
Well, that happens. That happens.
It does. It does.
It goes back to it's who you know, not what you know, because we would have never gotten those jobs if your cousin wasn't involved in that area.
100%, because we are not
in fact, most of the places that we went to, they were just like, oh my god, they sent you to? What the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you'd walk into it and be like, oh, we're not starting the promotion.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, I'm working it.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that was the weirdest part, especially when I lived in LA doing the promotions. I'm like, oh my god, I am the ugliest son of a bitch here. But I did, yeah. I am the face of the company I work for right now. That is my nickname, unfortunately, that my boss gave me, which is sad.
Yeah, well, to be fair about it, your boss is legally blind and cannot drive a car, but...
Fuck you.
Actually, I have no idea if he is or not. Probably not, though.
It's a she.
Okay.
And no, she is not. She's actually a huge sci-fi nerd, which is really refreshing. She loves, like, The Walking Dead, Spartacus... I've never seen Spartacus. You talked about it. You said I should see it. When I first started, she's like, oh my god, you need to see Spartacus.
Oh, it's a good show.
Yeah, I never.
Because it gets the T and A, and then it gets the fucking blood and gore, plus it's got the cool plot line where you're just like, oh, I want that guy to die.
I want that guy to die so dead.
Yeah, so, I mean, I like those kind of shows, but I wouldn't necessarily call that sci-fi, because that shit happened.
Yeah, well, I was just saying...
They are taking a
saying,
Hollywood approach to it. I'm sure there's some events that never happened, or, and all of the goddamn lines in it have been written, but they did take a basis of a real story and put it in there.
But I wasn't saying that is sci-fi. I was saying she's really into sci-fi and, like, The Walking Dead and Spartacus, so on and so forth. She's a comic book reader, too, which is weird.
You don't find too many of them.
Yeah, I know. She's super laid back. She's... an ordained minister.
That's a little freaky.
Yeah, scuba certified.
Hey.
Because she used to live in Texas. I
guess. An underwater wedding.
Yeah, she grew up in San Jose. Then they moved to, like, Houston. And then she went to UCLA for film school for a semester. And then it was just too expensive. And I guess she could get free schooling if she went back to the University of Texas. So she went there, and fucking weird. Then, oddly enough... she was teaching scuba in Texas, and she met a guy that was down there doing scuba who, lives up here and works at St. John's. And so whatever they hit it off, he was from up here. He decided to move back and take a job at St. John's, and that's how she...
Dude, she's actually certified enough to teach scuba?
Oh, yeah, that was her.
She talk her into teaching us scuba so we don't have to pay for lessons.
Yeah, what? That'd be brilliant. And can you get ordained via an ordained minister?
I doubt it. I think you actually have to get ordained by the, fucking headquarters of someplace. I don't think an ordained minister they can baptize you, but I don't think they can ordain you.
So it's not like...
Kind of like you need the queen to get knighted.
That sucks. So it's not like a vampire.
No.
Oh, shit. No. That'd have been so convenient. Just have her bite me, and then all of a sudden I can marry people.
Yeah, that would actually be
legit.
Wonder if you have to, like... pay a dues for to get ordained each year. There's like a membership dues.
I wonder if you have to pay like a yearly stipend to stay licensed. I doubt it.
Hey, this is religion. It's not called a stipend. It's called a tithe.
It's called a tithe. I've actually never fucking heard that term before.
Really?
Not religious.
That's supposed to be like the whole aspect of collections. You're supposed to give a tithe of what you make to the Lord.
No way. Is that the fucking straight out of the Bible and shit?
Pretty much.
Nice.
I guess it would depend on which one, but the new King James version, I mean, that one has the tithe in it.
I see.
That's supposed to be the like the benchmark. So instead of giving 10% of what you make to your 401k, you're supposed to give it to God.
Give it to God.
Because apparently he's better with your money.
But
always got a leaky roof.
Obviously, he's not better with your money because he's always fucking asking for more.
Exactly.
What was that, a Carlin bit where he was talking about that?
You should really put that into a high interest CD or something. 5 years return, God. Come on.
Especially with all
You're omnipotent. You can wait.
You can wait. And our currency is fiat, and he is the ultimate of authorities. So he can literally say $1 is worth 10 million. If it has been decreed by God himself.
I really want him to say that a night after I go to the strip club, so I have nothing but ones in my pocket when I return, and then all of a sudden $1 is $1 million. Bam! I'm a multimillionaire.
Yeah, because it doesn't translate into that means, like 100 is, expounded, because I can't do the math on that.
Although that's the same thing like fucking China did with its yen. Like, there's something like cars over there, like 1.5 million yen. But that translates to the same amount of money that it is over here.
Like 20 grand.
Yeah.
When it's over here.
Exactly. It just sounds so much better being like, yeah, I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
Well, the fucking loaf of bread costs $1 billion.
A billion or $1 million?
$1 million. Be like, oh, well, no, but it sounds better. I'm a millionaire.
That is true. It does sound better.
That's how all those fucking guys that come over to the States get them. It's not just the accent. They're being like, no, I'm a millionaire.
That is
and
true.
It's true.
And it is
They're
true.
not even lying.
$1 million yen-naire.
Exactly.
Millionaire.
Means I got 20K in my bank.
Yes. Yeah. So, what's Chinese currency?
Yen.
Chinese. Yen's Japanese.
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought it was yen.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't really pay attention to the world market because...
Why not?
Kind of, lost interest in traveling there for a while.
Why? Because of 9/11?
No, I just never was interested in traveling, but...
Obviously not. It's hard to get you out of your fucking house to go anywhere. As you know, as we're recording in your house right now, because it was hard for you to come over to my place.
Well, I like my house.
Yeah.
That's why I bought the motherfucker.
Yeah, but it was convenient to just get off work and go throw around a disc and hook this shit up and fucking start podding.
Yeah.
So, fucking wild last night, though.
Hate 'em.
Oh, my God. Fucking,
even though I'm still wearing their paraphernalia.
I know.
Fucking hate 'em.
I wore their sweatshirt today to work. I'm like, fuck it. Koivu has to be hurt. I've never seen him play so goddamn terrible in his entire career. Which was my entire life.
If you're going to look at it, he did lose a little bit of a step, and he got beat the shit out of the last 2 games.
Oh, yeah. He's got to have a lower body injury or something.
And that's the kind of warrior he is. He's still out there, and he's still one of our better players.
Yeah, because that fucking turnover he did in Game 4.
Yep.
I mean...
He paid for it, too, though. He got fucking crushed on that.
And they scored a goal.
Yeah.
Which completely deflated the building.
Yep.
I was there. That
play, you could fucking hear crickets after that goal.
It was that play, and then as soon as Kemper got in...
That first shot goal
in the
was
second,
just pathetic.
Oh, the fucking... It's like somebody let the air out of that building. Nobody was into the game after that in the entire building.
I kept switching back from the Fox Sports North and the NBC one.
Oh, okay.
It was absolutely hilarious. The guy on NBC actually said after the one-shot goal, he said, I keep looking around expecting empty seats, but people are still here. It's like, well, that sums it all up right there.
That does.
Because they are still in the
Big
seats.
Time.
But no, like, you could hear the dude in the last row in the top go,
yeah, because he's right under the broadcast booth. Well, the best part was because even, I kind of felt bad, but I felt they deserved it. Because
fucking right, there should have been booze.
I know, that's what I was going to say, is I literally told the people that, because with Mikey, Jana, and Kushel, the Kushels, and I'm like, no, I'm staying here. I'm staying till the final fucking horn. And they go, why? So I can boo them.
Yeah.
Because I can boo them in my house and they can't hear it.
That was an
now.
absolute horrible. For us diehard fans, you did not play what you needed to play. I'm going to say it right now. Yes, there were goalie problems that we had. And yes, Harding did show up somewhat.
Yeah.
But oh my fucking God, do we need a goalie?
Big time. Who are we going to do? Who are we going to get? I mean, Luongo, they tried to trade his ass this year. Do you think maybe we can pick him up? And would we want him?
I guess the big question, and I haven't looked at this, is what contracts are right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long we have Harding or Backstrom.
We need to deal him. I don't give a shit. At least Backstrom. We need to deal. We need to get rid of Backstrom. You know what we should do? We should trade Backstrom and Setaguchi for fucking Vanek. He's not a goalie, but I think Vanek out of Buffalo would be fucking legit. Maybe trade Pominville.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Setaguchi for that. Setaguchi actually showed up for us.
Would you do Butch?
Fucking right.
See, that's the thing. They were shopping Gooch early, but I think he did. He totally stepped up. He started hitting.
Fucking right.
He started scoring. And he played more like Clutterbuck.
When he actually said that he noticed when Clutterbuck turned his game around because he started becoming more physical, he started becoming more physical. Yeah. And I can understand that one full-heartedly because he really did. He started beating the shit out of folk.
Oh, hell yeah. He started to step it up.
He actually put weight on, too.
Oh,
because last year, remember, he came in like 15 pounds lighter than he did last year. But he ended up gaining 10 pounds at the season because he started working out with them and actually putting on some bulk.
Nice.
That's why he started throwing his shit around the way he did. But he did lose a little. And I'm not even going to say a full step. I'm going to say like a quarter of a step on his speed. But I prefer him a little slower and just being able to beat the fuck out of guys. Because I'm going to say it. He was one of the guys that even in the late goings of this playoff series, he still looked fresh. He still looked like he was about ready to just beat the shit out of somebody again.
Exactly.
And, I mean, hats off to Sutter.
Yeah.
Fucking over 32 minutes a game in the playoffs is what you're averaging?
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Holy shit, you're over half of a normal game.
Yeah, just on... And he plays damn near flawless hockey every minute.
He's consistent. That's the one thing I will give him. The one word that I would use for Sutter's play
is consistency. Yeah,
he's consistently good. He's not over the top on everything because he makes it look so easy that it can't be over the top.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how you know you have an absolute Hall of Fame hockey player on your team. Is when he makes it look so easy that it's just like, another 100%. Day at the office. He 100%. Never looks like he's sweating.
Yeah, I agree. That's just like a pro skateboarder.
Yeah.
But they make it look like they're walking. But they're on this fucking death machine that'll crack your fucking skull.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I got on a skateboard, I'd break my neck.
Yeah.
Hell, if I got a pair of hockey skates, it'd be sketchy at first. I haven't skated in like a decade.
I can't believe that he does, because he and Koivu and Parisi are the three that I've seen on this team that when they touch the puck, it's almost like you were just saying, it's like they're just walking down a sidewalk.
Oh, exactly.
They have absolutely not a care in the world. This is their, day-to-day whatever. And we need more players like that. We need a goalie like that. Because right now, the goalies that we got, I mean, I love them to death. I love Backstrom. I love Harding. They were awesome when we could do it one every other or every...
Oh, exactly.
Every two and switch. That was perfect. Because they both played sketchy hockey when it was coming down. They were window washers, let's put it that way.
A little bit streaky.
A little streaky. So it was nice to give them, 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, or,
Exactly.
Played a really bad one that last night. Now you're going to get a night off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even get the second one. We'll just do 1-1, then 2-2 again. Get back into the rhythm. But, yeah, it was nice to do that, but Backstrom just did not have it being a full starting goalie.
That is true.
I mean, there was just like every other or every third game, it just seemed like either mentally or physically he wasn't there. And I don't know which one it was, if he just couldn't handle the minutes or if it just was too much for him mentally. But easy goals were let in this year.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And that, what was it? Harding's, for the actual season, the 6 games that he played during the season,
Yeah.
he was at 86 for save. Seriously, 86%? If you're under 90% save, you should not be in the NHL.
I agree.
I mean, if you have any kind of minutes in a game, you should not be under 90%.
Yeah, but he is a backup.
Not really.
Well-
He was our alternate starting goalie.
He is on the scale, he is a backup by definition.
Oh, yeah, by definition, both of them are.
But no, because one of them is a starter.
No. By
Backstrom's the
definition, both of them are for skill level.
Oh, gotcha. Right. Oh, now I get what you're saying.
I mean, we do not have a Waugh in Backstrom or Harding.
That is true.
Kemper?
Fuck, we don't even have a goddamn, what's his name? Out of Buffalo. Smith?
Yeah. I'm going to say, Kemper, you need to give that guy some better coaching. Because that guy might actually be something. I mean, he's fucking 6'5". You put him on his knees and his head is still above the crossbar.
Yeah, he just, I guess he's supposed to be the franchise. The goalie of the future.
He better be.
And we kind of threw his ass to the fucking wolves just now.
Yeah.
So hopefully that didn't shake his confidence for.
Oh, I'm
future
not going to
years.
say this couldn't shake his confidence. This could only be the. I mean, you could just bet that every single player on the Wild team looked at him in the locker room and went, "This has nothing to do with you.
Oh, exactly.
You shouldn't have even been asked for this."
I agree.
So you getting in there, just look at it as you got time in a playoff game. And, that might actually be the best thing for him. Throw his ass to the Wolves in a playoff scenario like that, where everybody is putting their 100 in.
Yeah.
And have him look at it and go, shit, this is what I need to elevate my game to.
That is true. And then also, because hopefully, it's basically the way he takes it. If he takes it as, oh my God, look how much I got fucking dominated.
Yeah, if he looks at it and says, look at how much better they are than me.
As opposed to saying, look at me, this is my first fucking attempt at this, and I actually saved how many goals? X amount. Look, I made this save on Taves. Future Hall of Famer. I made this save on Hossa. Future Hall of Famer. I made this save on fucking Kane. Future Hall of Famer. Granted, I let this weak-ass shot in, but you shouldn't let that get into your psyche.
Oh, no.
You gotta be confident.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, those guys, as you just said, they're all future Hall of Famers. Not only that, but just generally awesome hockey players. I will say this, though. I fucking hate you. If you're listening, I hate you, Crawford. Because you don't have a Wild sweater on.
Yeah, no shit. He played lights out this season. Not just
he
the
is
playoffs.
the reason that they were the number one in the league
100%.
and that they were
still in it. Because we had the fucking series on our stick. How many fucking
If that
times?
was anyone other than Crawford, we would have had 3 a game.
Yeah, we were just kind of snake bitten. I mean, as soon as we lost fucking...
he was on his shit too, though. You got to admit it. The one part that I will say that pissed me off more than anything, though, is when we won, what did we do? We went over glove, shoulder.
Yep.
When we scored any of them, what did we do? We went above shoulder, glove, side.
Exactly.
What the fuck, guys? It doesn't take a genius to figure this out. If you score 5 in one area and you don't score anything in any other area, where are you gonna go?
Yeah, easier fucking said than done.
But no, not with the fucking sharpshooters we got.
Yeah, but
no, dude. Seriously, we've got some of the best slap shots in the game right now.
But game 4, they were blocking every shooting lane. So I mean, yeah, you could wind up with your sharp shot, but as you saw when they did, it got fucking blocked.
We weren't cycling the way we should have.
That is
either.
true.
Where was the fucker that was going to go behind the net? Nobody tried to take it down.
Where's our Andrew Burnett?
Exactly. Nobody tried to take it behind the net.
Exactly.
And if you're only going to make them do the umbrella without collapsing, you got to collapse the umbrella. And that's what they did not do.
Oh, 100%.
And that's it shows. I think they were like 0 for 17 in the entire series on power plays.
I think you are right.
If you can't collapse that umbrella,
Yep.
you'll go 0 for 17.
that is
Somebody's got to go behind the fucking net. Somebody's got to shut that umbrella down and do a fucking quick center pass out to the winger that's supposed to be collapsing.
exactly. We're the only team in the fucking playoffs this year that did not have a fucking power play
Yeah.
goal. So granted,
And we didn't get swept either.
That
the
is
team
sad.
that got swept.
they even had about Vancouver. How terrible they are with the fucking elderly Sedin sisters. They even score a power play goal. Can we score a power play goal?
Not at all.
No, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, I don't know what the hell it was, but I'm glad that they did get out because that was
Painful.
embarrassing.
It was painful. You know what?
You can't get shut out in a fucking playoff game.
Yeah.
How many goalies have that under their belt?
Especially when I go and pay $90 for a fucking ticket to watch that game where they got shut out. You definitely can't get shut out when I pay $90.
I'm just saying, fucking, you can't get shut out in a playoff game.
Yes.
How the hell are you gonna even look yourself in the mirror
Yep.
after getting shut out in a playoff game?
I agree.
That tells me one thing: you shouldn't be here.
Yep. They shouldn't. They didn't have the team. Well, you know what? If Heatley was fucking healthy
Yep.
and Backstrom was healthy, it'd have been a totally different
I
series.
don't know.
But isn't it kind of weird that Backstrom pulled a Christian Ponder?
Yeah.
That is... why is it Minnesota Vikings quarterback gets hurt before first game of the playoffs? To save face, some may say. And then fucking our starting goalie for the Minnesota Wild gets hurt in the fucking pregame before the first game of the playoffs.
I did find it a little strange that when
Annoying.
Harding got hurt as well,
Yeah.
Backstrom was on the bench in full pads.
Well, because they needed somebody.
But I'm
they
just
pulled his
saying.
ass down from the booth.
If he's that hurt, they wouldn't have padded him.
Well, you need somebody in case the shit hits the fan.
Case what?
In case Kemper all of a sudden gets hurt.
Well, then you put the pads on somebody like Sutter.
Well, you have a
if
third...
if he's literally that hurt,
But if you have a third goalie in the building, you at least pad him up. He's probably not. I don't know what happened
you
to
might
him.
as well just take in the closest fan if
is
he's
true.
about that.
Why
hurt.
don't they pick up that fucking 40-year-old dude we signed
Dude,
last
yeah.
season? Or a couple seasons ago.
Well, his contract ran out. He's a free agent, motherfucker.
That was such the weirdest story when they fucking couldn't, when they had all those injuries and shit, and they needed
That
a
wasn't
goalie
Kemper.
for...
Who was that? We traded him last year, didn't we? Though at the end of the year, the Houston Aeros goalie.
Like, fuck, was it Hackett or something?
Yeah, Hackett.
He couldn't get up from Houston in time.
No.
So they hired, Mike Ramsey's buddy, who plays, pickup hockey.
Well, it was the dude
over
from
40.
from the ice rink that they have downtown Minneapolis, I think it is.
Oh.
And the whole story that I got out of it was the guy is a little under 40. I mean, he's retired age for
he's gotta be
NHL to
over
begin
40.
with. It's what I was. No, that's what I thought he was. Is like 39 or something.
Oh, he's
but
gotta be 40.
anyway, he was only goalie for the last couple of years, and that was because he kept trying to go to play pickup games at the local rink,
Yeah.
and nobody ever wanted to play goalie. So
Because wasn't he a defenseman, he said, when he was growing up?
yeah, and nobody ever wanted to play goalie, so they'd always have to play.
51-year-old.
Are you kidding me?
51-year-old goalie.
But yeah, nobody ever wanted to play goalie, so they could never get a true pickup game going
Yeah.
because it would just be goalie-less.
Yeah, and then that's when you get out the fucking 2x4s
Yeah.
with the holes in them to play
But
fucking
yeah,
goal.
one of his friends and him were just like, screw it, let's go buy some pads. It can't be that hard.
Paul Deutsch, who runs a printing business in Richfield, Minnesota, was signed to an amateur tryout contract to be the Minnesota Wild's number 2 goalie. Because Backstrom was out for personal reasons. Matt Hackett, okay, not
Wasn't
Denny.
that when his dad died or something, Backstrom?
Yeah, I think so. Not 100%, I don't remember. But, I don't know. But yeah, so that 51-year-old, so we were even way off. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought he was a little under 40, but...
No, he was because I know it was ridiculously old. And I was like, "There's no way he's over." I was like, "He's got to be in his 40s," but no. According to this, fucking 51 years old.
How fun would that be, though? You've only been playing goalie for like 3 or 4 years, but you're the best goalie that they have at the rec center.
Exactly. No, because what it is he was a friend of Mike Ramsey, the assistant coach at the time.
Yeah.
That's how you get the call.
But that's how he actually started it, though, was just being like, fuck it, let's be a goalie so we can get an actual pickup game.
Exactly. But all he was there for is because just for warm-ups. It's not like he was going to be the backup in a game.
Yeah, but the best part about it is he got a 1-year league minimum.
Yeah.
Not only that, but he got a Wild sweater with his name on it.
And just the sweet story to talk about.
He got to fucking go out in XL Energy Center and warm up with the team.
And stop shots by Mikko Koivu.
Because remember, Hackett came in like 5 minutes before game time.
Yep.
So he actually got in the middle of the, 18,000 fans.
Yeah.
He got to sit there and fucking stop shots and warm-ups. I mean, come on. The guy got literally the coolest thing that you could possibly do if you ever wanted to put a mask on.
Oh, 100%.
And
I mean, I don't even care if I am a goalie. I'm still going to think that's legit. I don't
care.
Oh,
fuck. I have never put on goalie pads in my life, but if somebody asked me if I wanted to put goalie pads on and try to stop shots for the Minnesota Wild in warm-ups, I would fucking do it.
I'd be full of bruises the next day, but I would do it.
Goddamn right, and I'd probably flinch my ass off the first couple of times.
Yeah.
But, would that just be hilariously fun?
Just to try. It's like when you go to the batting cage and go to the 90-mile-an-hour booth.
Yep.
You know you're not really going to make too much connection, but it's fun just to try.
Yeah, and you're not going to be hitting any home runs, but if you get contact, you're still going to be like, woo!
Trying to fucking stop one of the pucks, you're just throwing fucking limbs
exactly.
everywhere, like waving your glove around.
After the first one that, hits the pad, you're going to be going, I didn't even fucking feel that. And so then you're going to start getting a little more brazen and start getting in front of shit until one of them hits you at the part that you don't quite have the padding. And then you're really like, shit, this is not the funnest thing in the world.
No. And that's the weird part about goalies. They're the only motherfuckers on the ice that are upset if they don't get hit by the puck.
Well,
because they're weird. Goalies are just strange. Every single goalie I have ever met has been a little off.
Hockey fans as well as players are a little off to begin with, but yes, goalies are a little bit. They're of this, I would say, special nature.
Oh, 100%.
Because they're not quite.
They're creepy.
Yeah, they're fucking creepy.
100%. Because what was it? My grandfather, my dad's dad, he was union organizer for the AFL-CIO.
Yep. And
he actually organized the stewardesses. I think it was Northwest. And he even asked him, he goes, who are the worst passengers? And they literally said, NHL hockey players. Hockey players, the rudest, crudest sons of bitches in the sky.
Well, it's absolutely accurate when you can honestly say that they are the gladiators of today. Football players.
What about MMA?
MMA is the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference between MMA and hockey is skates.
And would the skating and fucking the finesse to do the stick plays, would that substitute for like swordsmanship?
Yeah.
So in that aspect, as opposed to just beating each other senseless with weird gloved hands, that would I would go with that then. If
they have to keep control of everything they have,
because I would go with that, because that's the only thing that I think separates gladiators from MMA fighters is they actually had to master weapons, like be swordsmen as well as brawlers, and be.
And the fucked up part about it with actual traditional gladiators is sometimes it didn't matter what your specialty was.
Yeah.
They would actually have you pick out of a fucking hat.
What weapon?
You were gonna use.
That'd be fucking
so
crazy.
In some areas, how bad would that be? You're like a badass gladiator, and you're like, fucking right, I can kill anybody with a sword.
Exactly.
And then you get into one of these matches, and all of a sudden they're like, you chose the spiked club, and you're going,
shit.
That thing's way too fucking heavy.
But if I had the spiked club, I'd channel fucking Captain Caveman.
But you know what I mean? That would just suck. How would that be? You're the best, athlete of your time, basically, was these guys. And just to have them be like, oh, there's one thing I can't use. One thing and one thing only is axes.
It's axes.
And be like, fucking it's axes!
It's axes! The most important battle
you're like
of them
the
all.
Michael Jordan of your time, and all of a sudden an axe.
And it's got to be just for the drama. It's going to be the most important battle when you are fighting to win the vagina of the queen.
You can honestly, everybody that's your fans, like, oh, he's bad with axes. This is going to be bad.
I should not have put $30.
Yeah, exactly.
Should not have put $30 on him. He is terrible at the axe.
I did turble at the axe. Says Sir Charles.
Sir Charles. That works on so many levels. Because that was his nickname too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, I had to really spell out that fucking joke.
No, that's... I don't know. I think they got the right end of the deal on that shit. Like, they didn't get all the things stacked in their favor that they should have.
Yeah.
Most of them actually got told what weapons they're going to use. I actually did some research on that kind of shit, though, because it absolutely amazed me that there was people that trained other people how to be ruthless killers and would literally live in a building right next to these people that they would train. It was called a Ladista or something like that, where it was an owner of these slaves.
Okay.
And it was usually they had high walls and all this kind of stuff, and the guy was rich enough to employ guards. So he would have his own guard system where they would be armed guards at different entrances and exits and all that kind of stuff. And then it was almost as if there was kind of like some cells in there so they could lock people in. And then their biggest gladiators sometimes were even rewarded with having their own little hut in the grounds that they didn't have to lock the door or anything, so they could walk in and out anytime they wanted to, that kind of stuff. Not in and out of the complex.
Yeah. You're still in the prison, but you get a hut.
Yeah, but you don't have a locked
inside
door.
The prison walls.
And, I mean, shit, they would even give them prostitutes, they would give them wine, they would give them extra food. I mean, if you were a good gladiator and you had a good owner, I guess, they would actually shower you with shit because they made a lot of money off of you. But if you were just one of the normal gladiators or anything like that, you were locked into a cell every night. You were fed whatever the fuck they gave you, and
the scraps from the lead gladiator, that's what they gave you. And they gave you sloppy seconds from him, too. But you're fucking banging this little slave whore, and she's got fucking Spartacus dripping out of her while you're supposed to eat that shit out? How the fuck is that fair to any of them poor slaves? We need fucking slave gladiator equality in this country, Sam.
Hey, I'm just saying, one of my biggest lines that I'm known for, I would say, is nobody should die on an empty stomach.
Fuck yeah. Or with a full nut sack.
Well, that's kind of an amendment to the first clause, but we'll have to see next session if that goes through.
Should I bring it up in parliamentary procedure?
Yes.
Oh, fucking speaking of parliamentary procedure, brilliant thing. You know how the fucking Eagles Club offered me chaplain?
No.
I didn't.
You didn't take it, did you?
I'm thinking about it because I was talking to Mikey when we went to the Wild game, and he said if you're chaplain after your term is up after that year, you automatically become vice president. And then after that year's up, you automatically become president. So that's fucking fast track to goddamn president of the Eagles Club if I do this.
Do it.
I'm thinking I'm going to talk to my boss and see if she'll let me, because there's a lot of old people at the Eagles that are members, so I'm going to have to go to funerals probably twice a month.
No.
And I just got to make sure it's copacetic with, my day gig that I can
really
fucking leave.
Strange for a lot of people, though, to see like a 30-year-old guy coming up into the
with long fucking curly hair in a suit
at the funeral.
Well, I wouldn't give it the service. I would just give this Eagles part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm assuming there's some kind of song and dance that you'll have.
Well, it's just a speech, really. And
oh, really?
Yeah. And he's like, "Don't worry, everything's written down." So it's not like you have to memorize anything. And so then I would just lead the meetings, and then the new member introductions.
I would memorize it and actually like put a beat to it. Yeah. That
I
way
will not speak ill of another eagle.
Yeah, when you're actually like saying it and have the little beat to it, have see who's there for actually the ceremony and who's there for the will, because you'll have that one dude just being like, oh shit,
popping and locking.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be this lively.
I didn't know he was Baptist.
I think that'd be hilarious. Let that happen, shit.
But also, I get 3 fucking free drinks for every funeral I do at the Eagles Club. I should be fucking chaplain.
That is weird.
And then I can fucking suit up like all the time and look fucking dapper as fuck.
3 free I wonder where they came to that from.
I don't know. 1 for the fucking Holy Ghost, 1 for the Father, and 1 for the Son.
Touché, kind sir. I wasn't even thinking about that.
It's the fucking Trinity, my sir.
The Trinity. That's pretty good. Like it a lot.
But I'm thinking I could get away with that. Don't you?
It'd be kind of funny. I could see it.
Yes. Oh, so I had this fucking brilliant idea today when I was at work. And I had to stand up and tell the dude that was in the cubicle right next to me. I'm like, pow!
Was it just stop working?
No, but that was... I have that all the time. No, but I just had this brilliant idea. I'm like, you know what we need to do as American citizens? We need to enact some initiative or petition or write our local... I doubt the legislators are going to get on board with this. But what we're going to do is we are going to make every single public official, congressperson, president, senator, wear Google goggles. So they can never testify in front of fucking Congress and say, oh, I didn't see that email. Oh, I didn't see that memo. Oh, I didn't do that. Because there'll be a public record of everything they fucking see, say, or do when they're on the clock.
Well,
that's the way it should be.
How about we have it where everything's like the iPhone thing, where you can actually see if somebody opens your text message?
No, I want Google goggles so we can see everything that they do. So they're transparency. That would bring ultimate transparency to the government.
If you do like the iPhone one where you can actually see if somebody else... I don't know. There's an app that you can get for Androids that if both phones have it, you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
But you can see when they actually open up the text that they have.
Yeah, they have that for fucking regular email too.
Oh, sorry, didn't see that.
Yeah, they have that for regular email too.
If they do that and they give the record out on how many of them didn't even look at the email, that should tell you right there who's doing their job and not.
No, but how about, I didn't see that memo, or I didn't
But that's what I'm saying. Then if you can say, yeah, you didn't see it because you didn't open it, but you opened the one before it and you opened the one after it.
Yeah, I know.
You saw who sent it and you just fucking chucked it.
Exactly. But don't you think that's a fucking good idea to have Google goggles?
Nah.
Why?
Because everybody knows that they're fucking liars to begin with. Until people are smart enough to start fucking... Mark Sanford just got fucking reelected. People are fucking stupid. They just literally rehired a guy who lied to not only his state, but his wife as well. The most solemn oath that he ever took in this life, or that should have been taken, being married, is the same thing as everything else. He didn't honor that. He didn't honor what he said to the people of the state. He didn't do any of that.
He gets a free pass because those love letters were eloquent. And they touched me right here, son. They touched me in the heart. He gets a fucking pass on true love.
Yeah, and meanwhile, his wife was like, thought I had that.
Well, just because she didn't realize what she didn't have, how was that his fault? He fell in love with an Argentinian. You tell me you are not going to succumb to their supple ways and their Shakira-like hip movements.
Because he had a fucking wife.
You trump me with the pure logic. You are right, but I'm trying to be the devil's advocate.
And that is nowhere near the Appalachian Trail.
And that is coming from a married man, and my point of view is coming from a single man. Love trumps all, and you're like, but he's married. You need to put that shit in your pants.
Hey, it's goddamn right.
You got to put it in your pants, so should everybody else. Huh? Right?
Fucking right.
Exactly. You just feel cheated.
No, I actually think it's hilarious on how many people are trying to stop everybody else from getting married, namely gays, but still don't even care about the sanctity of marriage.
100%. That's ridiculous. I always said if you want to protect the sanctity of marriage, you should outlaw celebrity marriages.
Fucking right.
They treat them like they're
well, so
fucking
do politicians.
Bullshit. That is true.
I mean, I'm not kidding
Newt
about this
Gingrich,
one.
to fucking protect the family, Newt Gingrich.
Well, I shouldn't say politicians. I should say, like, the political incumbents, for the most part. Because the majority of them don't actually get to the political level because they're too stupid to have any kind of personal life. And that's what I just really don't understand, is how these fucks even get to the point where they're like this, you know, being a even candidate for this.
Yeah.
When they're so fucked up to begin with that they can barely hold their own life together. So you're supposed to lead the country, but everybody that knows you personally absolutely fucking hates you?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're a douche?
And you can't...
But as soon as you get on camera, you're like, oh, I love you all! Oh, yeah, that's my wife.
But I fuck her brother.
Yeah, I'm just... And she fucks the gardener. You know, like...
Hey, Pedro
and so
gives
does
a
my
good dick.
daughter. You know, like it's the political lifestyle is so fucked up in this country.
You know what? Honestly, I have to give it to Maria Shriver for actually
leaving. Divorcing him,
because Hillary Clinton didn't.
Hells yeah.
Well, he only impregnated her dress, not her fucking womb.
Yeah, but notice how she's now Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Wasn't she always?
No.
Oh, I always thought she was.
That came out a lot more prevalently after the whole, is she going to leave him?
Yeah.
But then she started actually saying, I'm Hillary Rodham Clinton. So I think it's a known thing that this is a political marriage.
So she's definitely running in 2016, you think?
Well, that's... Depending on Bin Laden. Oh, that was great. That was great. Whoa. That was great.
Where were you going with that one, son?
Apparently I went right-wingish.
Well, you did just procure yourself a bunch of guns.
Yeah. Well...
Too bad you can't get any ammo for that shit since the government's buying it all up.
I got boxes of ammo. You just see.
Fucking awesome.
I can't believe I just said that. Biden, I mean. Biden.
I don't know. I think she's up in the polls between her and Biden. So, and I don't know. It depends on how this Benghazi fucking hearing turns out. Because did you see yesterday that the fucking number 2 guy to Ambassador Stevens actually said the fucking government told the military to stand down during the attack?
Yeah.
Why did they want him dead?
Oh, but
why did they want Ambassador Stevens dead?
Did you hear the whole Fox News bullshit, though? No. That they just went off on how this is a conspiracy, that the president knew this was happening, blah, 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 blah. And then at the very end of it, they actually came down with, if that happened.
Oh, shut the fuck
I am not fucking kidding you. They went on and on and on and on and on about how he knew this was happening, and then they went, if that was the case.
They painted this whole, real picture and then said...
Exactly.
And then it's like, oh, it was a dream.
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
I am not kidding you, though. They literally did that. They were talking about how Obama knew everything that happened in Benghazi, and he actually said... Stand down.
Yeah, well, a congresswoman I don't remember what state. Fuck. But the congresswoman just was on this talk show I saw today, radio show, that she even said that the president is the one that gave the fucking order to stand down. And was it because they were transporting, those heat-seeking missiles, little arms deal, and Stevens didn't want that shit to go down in his territory, so all right, we'll just kill you and blame it on this fucking trailer of an anti-Muhammad movie that the FBI fucking produced.
Yeah.
What? That's a pretty good conspiracy in my book, son.
I'm just saying, this has spook all over it.
Mm-hmm. It kind of seems like, why did they want Ambassador Stevens dead?
Yeah.
Because it seemed to they allowed that shit to go down.
No.
It's kind of fucked up, man.
And I don't actually think that it was just Obama that did that. No. I don't think he
Obama
even
is
knew
a fucking
about it.
teleprompter.
Yeah, he didn't
puppet.
even know about, or he didn't know about it. It was just one of those things where he's in power, so he's
no, because what happened is we've given all of our fucking military control over to NATO, and fucking the whatever African command in NATO said, no, you're not authorized to go right now.
Like I said,
so they missed their fucking flight.
To
the troops that were going to go out.
No, to me, this literally sounds like a spook. This sounds like CIA run all the way.
Oh, the whole attack?
No. Of letting the attack happen. Yes. I mean, it just sounds like it.
But according to that, Al Qaeda was involved, and that is a known fucking CIA.
They trained them.
Group. Yeah, CIA is Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda is CIA.
There's been known documents that they took Navy SEALs over and trained.
Back in the 80s.
Yes.
In Afghanistan when they fight the Soviets. 100%, yeah.
They had Navy SEALs doing exercise where you had literally some of America's best soldiers go and tell this other group how they are trained.
Yeah. And it's like, where did Bin Laden get all the knowledge to attack us on 9/11?
Mm-hmm.
We trained him in the 80s to fight the Ruskies.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of the weapons that they had in the 80s, where did that come from? Oh, that's right. We bought millions of weapons.
And I loved how Tom Hanks made that fucking movie too, praising the dude that equipped the Mujahideen, aka present day Al Qaeda. And they're like, Charlie Wilson was so amazing.
Yeah.
We should all suck his dick because he created Al Qaeda.
The Ruskies should have won that.
You can't win in Afghanistan.
Oh, if we wouldn't
Ask Alexander the Great.
If we wouldn't have intervened, the Ruskies would have won. We were the ones that equipped them. The Chinese weren't going to do it.
Yeah, who equipped them now? Us. Just to kill us.
Spooks?
Spooks, yeah.
Actually, no, it's not true. That equipping that we were talking about, like I said, we bought hundreds of thousands of AK-47s to give them. Yeah. And the reason for that is we couldn't have M16s over there, because that would have definitely...
been a red fucking...
Yeah. So they actually went to different countries like... Africa, Israel, all the places where they could just buy up every AK-47 they could.
Russia probably has a couple laying around.
And that was the other part. We actually bought them from Russia
to fight Russia.
Give.
Oh yeah.
I wonder on that shipping order if they were just like, yeah, we're gonna pick that up in Afghanistan. we got a plane that's pretty close to there, so I don't want to pay for the whole shipping to the United States. We'll just take it there. Just ship it there. Yeah, we got an airfield there.
Nobody knows, but it's all illegal, so nobody asks fucking questions.
Exactly.
As long as you make with the cold hard cash, I don't give a shit.
Oh, fucking right. And shit, Russia is definitely up for the cold hard cash.
Oh, yeah. Everybody is, as it is fucking abundantly clear by the way this world is run.
There was one story that I actually thought was fucking hilarious about when the first troops were going in to Afghanistan. There was a...
Oh, you got the phone going.
There was a guy that was doing the...
She's calling about the seat you moved up.
Well, let's hear this.
Great side story.
What's up, babe?
Not too much. Are you at home?
Yes.
Okay. I was just wondering if you wanted me to bring something home from Cashwise or what you wanted to do for dinner.
Damn.
Oh, no. We're doing the podcast right now.
We're thinking
You're on
Chinese.
speakerphone.
You're being recorded.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm coming home.
Okay.
All right. Bye, babe.
Bye.
Oh, false
Oh,
alarm.
she's not even out of the building.
Okay, we got...
for what Jake was just talking about.
Yeah, you gotta tell her.
So when we went disc golfing today, see, I said disc golfing, but when we went disc golfing today, I had my discs in our family vehicle. Me and my wife share one, and then I have a utility truck that I use every now and then, but my brother is using that at this point. However,
Wrap it up. Nobody needs to know that.
we had to go and get my discs out of the vehicle that she used to go to work. So we drove there, and on the way there, I was telling Jake how fun it would be if I had like a piece of paper and I could just put it on the driver's side seat saying, guess what I stole from your vehicle. And thinking she probably knows at this point that I don't have a means of transportation right now. So how would this happen? But we didn't have a piece of paper.
No, we didn't.
So at that point, my dream had died. And I went out of the vehicle that I was being brought to my vehicle.
My car.
Exactly. And I'm walking up to it, and I get the keyless entry. I get into the back, get my discs, and as I'm getting my discs, I think, I should just scoot the seat up so it's going to be very uncomfortable for her when she tries to get into the vehicle. And see if that freaks her out. Like, this is not how I left the seat.
Like a midget stole her car, went for a little joyride, and brought it back and parked it in the exact same spot.
Yeah, therefore,
that would be hilarious.
That's why we were commenting on why she was calling, but...
False alarm. Hopefully, you'll get a call in like 10 minutes.
Well, that just sucks, because I lost complete momentum on what I was talking about.
We were riffing about Benghazi or something.
Well, yes, but I lost complete momentum
But
on
let's
that.
keep on the fucking conspiracy thing. I just read this today. Hilariousness. This fucking dude's coming out with a book in October. He was like... really closely affiliated with Nixon. He was like on his re-elect Nixon campaign like committee and shit like that.
Was he like shallow throat?
That was good. No, but Roger Stone is his name. He's coming out with a book that's actually accusing LBJ of being, masterminding or being a part of, not really masterminding, I should say, but at least being a facilitator of the JFK assassination in collusion with Nixon. Yeah, how fucking legit is this shit?
Johnson?
LBJ. He had everything to gain from it. He became president. Well, because what he did is he fucking manipulated the Secret Service so they didn't run their ordinary drill, how they normally operate. He changed the parade route to go in front of the kill zone so they could get the triangular kill. So this dude's coming out with all this. He was like a huge part of Nixon. Like, he's got a fucking Nixon tattoo on his back.
What?
So he has no axes to grind. This Roger Stone, and he's coming out and saying LBJ fucking was a part of the Kennedy assassination with Nixon. Well, because all of them had something to gain from this. LBJ became president, Nixon did
To tell you the truth, though, I will honestly say this, it's the weirdest thing to say about anybody's death or murder thereof. But I would honestly say that a lot of things happened for the better after he was murdered.
JFK?
Yes.
You are fucking ridiculous. Vietnam War was better? He was trying to get us out of Vietnam. That's why he got fucking shot. He fucking signed Executive Order 1110 or something like 111110. One of those fucking sequentials ones and then a zero. But to get us off the fucking Federal Reserve dollar and get us on silver. That's why he got.
But it has nothing to do. The Vietnam War was going to happen regardless.
No, because he was trying to stop it in the military.
He was trying to stop it.
He was gonna. I had faith in my man Kennedy.
No.
Yes, he was gonna. That's why they fucking shot him in the goddamn head.
No, the Federal Reserve is why they shot him in the head.
And
Vietnam War was going to happen regardless.
The military-industrial complex and the fucking Federal Reserve are almost
I'm just going to say it this way, though. There was way too many people that were heads of power the way that they were, whether they were congressmen, whether they were senators. There was way too many people that in the beginning, Americans were even for Vietnam in the very beginning.
And because it was sold to them on a pack of lies.
Yes. And then when the draft was adopted, people were like, whoa, man.
What are you doing?
But in the beginning of the Vietnam conflict, because they don't even consider it a war, because we've never lost a war.
That is true.
That's what I find stupid, is they don't even call it a war. But, you gotta say it, though. I mean, that was gonna happen regardless. There was way too many people preaching about it. The president wasn't gonna stop it. There's no way that he was gonna stop it. It was gonna happen.
I don't know, dude. I have faith.
The president can't stop something like that.
Well, because they get shot in the head if they get close to it.
He's got to have 2/3 vote.
But how close was he that they thought him that big of a threat?
He got the House in the Senate. He can't stop it.
Why couldn't they just smear him? If you know what I mean? If he must have been fucking close if you're going to get shot in the fucking head.
I think it was more about the Federal Reserve. Because he was talking about...
Because as soon as he signed that executive order, his ass was
He was talking about getting rid of the Federal Reserve, and I think that's when the powers that be were just like...
Guess who else was against the central bank like a Federal Reserve and wanted to print their own currency? Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
Both get shot in the fucking head. What a coincidence.
I think that's a good way to put it. I mean, that's the what I was trying to say before, and you kind of cut me off on that one, is when I say things kind of happened in a better way afterwards because they martyred him. We're to the point of where the thought is still even prevalent today. Yeah. That's how we both have it.
Because now he's like he's a saint, damn near, in the Democratic Party. He's like the Reagan.
Well, not only that, but for people who do any kind of history soul searching, yeah. Anyway, anybody who actually looks back at history and actually sees what he was trying to do there, when they see that he was trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve, then you kind of go, well, fuck, why was he doing that? Because that's actually one of the things that they just marred right out of the history books.
Well, of course.
They have nothing to do with anything about him trying to get out of Vietnam.
Yeah.
Or him trying to abolish the Federal Reserve.
Get the fucking silver currency. He didn't even want to go on a gold standard.
Exactly. Well, we had such rich silver mines in America. He just like, fuck, that's our shit.
And maybe he already... I'm not sure if it was before him or after him where they fucking... Basically, the big banks and the Federal Reserve, the foreign banks stole most of the money out of fucking Fort Knox, too.
Yeah.
Or the gold. So that's probably why he's like, well, we don't really have any gold left since you looted it, so we're just going to use the silver we got lying around, and we're going to inundate you, hopefully. Not sure if that's fuck.
I think he was killed because of that. I don't think it was a mob thing. I think it was another spook thing.
100%.
It was because he was trying to kill the Federal Reserve, and that's the basic chokehold of organizing any kind of monies to go to different organizations without people voting on it. Like NASA. Now, I'm going to say it. Every boy, me, you included, at one point say, I want to be an astronaut.
I still say it.
Oh, it'd be cool, but...
Dude, I'm gonna be.
You are in no condition to be an astronaut.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Okay.
I am gonna buy a ticket
tomorrow
on Virgin Galactic,
but
and I'm gonna hijack it,
and
I'm gonna fly it into a goddamn black hole. Like my boyhood dream has always been. to see if Einstein's theory is right, and I can go straight through
I
it
bet
like
you
water.
die beforehand.
No, because I won't get spaghettified because I'm going to go straight through it because, like, water going down a drain in a tornado, there's an eye. I'm going to try to see if I can hit that in a black hole.
How fast do you think you're going to be going?
Oh, as fast as fucking Virgin Galactic will take me in my
So
fat
you're going
ass.
to be drifting in space.
Drifting listlessly in space.
You're going to end up crashing into the fucking sun, you dumbass.
Can't a fucking boy dream?
No. But what I was trying to say there is, like, every kid always even thinks about being an astronaut and all that kind of shit, and I lost train of thought.
Ah, son of a bitch, sorry.
Bastard digressing. Play that back.
Play that back.
Son of a bitch, what was I talking about?
You want to be an astronaut?
Yeah, I do.
Just
Everybody does.
riff on astronauts.
Well, what are you going to do?
Riff on astronauts.
They are assholes.
They are astronauts?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're astronauts.
Can you elaborate?
No, I barely can.
So, fucking speaking
No,
of...
I was just trying to fill time while I thought about what I was actually doing. God damn it. Why is it that you keep killing my ideas?
Well, you gotta keep on track. I'm trying... Did you interject?
Did Juju?
Oh, that's brilliant. No, but speaking of fucking asshole astronauts...
Did you meet Buzz or something?
No, I was fucking watching this goddamn like documentary or like some program about space, and they were talking about how the fucking on the space shuttle how you take a poop since you don't have gravity.
It's got a little bit of a vacuum to it.
Yeah, but the best part about it is they have nowadays where they install a camera and a fucking monitor so you can back your asshole up. So you gotta watch your asshole in this monitor to basically like port your fucking butthole to this vacuum.
It's got little crosshairs in there being like, my asshole is perfectly aligned. Houston, shitting commence.
Exactly. That is fucking, I thought that was fucking weird. I'm like,
This is Houston, and we have shitting commenced. That is a go.
your shit is a go.
Yep.
Are you expecting corn this voyage, sir?
Just wanted to find out, are you eating the paste we gave you? I mean, seriously, that's a little bit too much. People know how to shit nowadays.
But
I mean, if you're grown,
you got to get it well positioned.
But if you are a grown ass person, you should know
Gotta get
exactly
it well
how you need to put your asshole over. I mean, they're not letting them drink in space, are they?
But it's like a fucking 2-inch little fucking thing they got to hit with their fucking
That's why I'll
bung.
never be an astronaut.
You got to hit it with your bung. Just. Yeah.
That's
Sounds
weird.
just like that. They might not be able to hear you scream in space. They can sure as fuck hear you shit.
Somewhere there's a Martian that just went, what the fuck was that guy eating? That's grand.
Sorry, that was a little ridiculous.
I wonder how long the fucking, what did they call it? The space station that they have. I wonder how long that thing smells after somebody takes a shit.
Well, it's all vacuumed out, so probably nothing.
Well, they can't just vacuum out the air. It's got to be recycled somehow. It's the same way that they do those rebreather things.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, how long does it smell when you take a shit? Or is it like the paste shit that they give you to eat and everything? Does that have like no smell when you shit it out?
I think it still smells.
That's a good one. It's a good one to find out.
Excuse me.
Now I just want to go to space to find that out.
Fart smells. You're like, okay, so we're booking this fucking Virgin Galactic trip, Jake. I'm on board with your whole thing. I'm gonna fart in space just so before I die, I know if it fucking smells.
How long it will stay stinky in space, and since you have a limited supply of oxygen.
And then you can drive us into the black hole when I'm sufficiently proved right or wrong on my theory that it does not smell, or it does smell in space. Was that your theory? It smells in space?
I think it does. If there's oxygen, it's got to smell.
Yes, I'm
using the whole ideal of like a diving suit type thing. If you fart in a diving suit, are you going to throw up in your own suit?
So you're talking about in the space suit?
No, like
in
just
the space
fucking
capsule.
Just in the goddamn space station.
I
mean, you take a shit.
It's a big station.
Yeah, but the fucking air goes everywhere.
But it might not smell, but you're definitely inhaling poop particles. Because that shit can't be sterilized.
Oh, that's grand. I don't even think of those consequences. Now I don't want to go in space. I always wondered why Buzz had a shit grin.
Literally. Oh, fuck. Well, that should do it for today. And this is Jake Jelinski.
Sam Reckner.
And come the revolution!